Hello everyone! I think this was the smoothest introduction I have ever had. I'm getting it. So I've got a couple of things on my mind. First of all, Trisha Paytas. So I have been following Trisha for a while, and I don't always agree with everything, but that's the beauty of YouTube, is that we don't have to agree. But what I love about Trisha is that she shares everything about her life, the good and the bad and the ugly, and she censors very little of it. And she just says it and puts it out there, and I like that about her. She's real. You can't really hate on somebody who's so real. I have to say this though, because I feel like I just went through something like this. So I kind of feel like I know what I'm talking about. And I don't like that Sean is back. And I'll tell you why. I don't trust his intentions. If you guys remember, and number one, I don't know if all this is staged for views. Maybe it's all a rouge, and maybe it gets people talking, and maybe I'm just falling right into the trap. But if it's real, I just want to say this to Trisha. I understand what you're doing, and I understand why. Because you love him. You love him so much. You love being with him. You love the way he makes you feel. He's gorgeous. He's great to look at. He makes you feel beautiful. But he doesn't love you. And when he says that he does, now I can't say what he feels or what he doesn't feel, but you have to remember that this is a person that dumped you and then wouldn't answer texts or calls. That is not appropriate. And you deserve better treatment. And unless he came back saying, I'm sorry how I did things, I'm sorry how I treated you, which you never, and I also thought it was interesting that you went from being very upset with him to all of a sudden Sean's back. Oh, he's been back. Okay, that's not really kind of fair to your viewers, because when he just pops up, everybody's pissed. And it's kind of manipulative towards the viewers, I think, because I don't think they appreciate it, and they don't like Sean now, and that's never going to change. But it is your channel, and it is your viewers, and I could be completely wrong, because I'm not going to stop watching. I mean, it's drama. I have to say, it sucks me in, but I've gone through this stuff, and it's one thing to do it for views. It's one thing if you're really doing it. And if you're really doing it, it's really toxic, and you need to have more self-respect. You need to not let people jerk you around and then just be welcomed back into your life. Trisha, you're talented. You're a blogger, you're a musician, you're an actress, you're a model. You don't need him in your life. And you say that you believe in God and everything. And I'm not saying you not to know him, but hanging out with him, drinking with him, is just eroding your self-esteem, because he doesn't love you back, and you have to wonder why, and then you start to think, there's something wrong with me. There's nothing wrong with you. You just have to find someone that loves you enough to put up with you. And he didn't. So and it's funny, like I said, I know that this is probably for views, but if it's not, girl, my heart goes out to you, and I would say to run way away from this guy. In a similar vein, I just have to get this off my chest. My ex texted me today to tell me that he got his car had putted out a while back, and he felt the need to text me that he got a convertible, blah, 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 and he thought it was cute, so he sent me a picture. And I'm like, do I need to change my number? Because sometimes, I've been doing really good, because I used to not be able to get this person out of my system forever, and now they're out of my system. But sometimes, before the last couple of therapy sessions I've had, and in weaker moments, I will just text him random things, and I'm not trying to start a conversation. I'll just say, I'll just be thinking about something, and it won't relate to anything, and I'll just say, like, one of them I sent was lied and lied and lied and lied, because I just started thinking about how he lied to me about the status of his relationship with a certain girl, and it went from we never dated, we never had sex, to we dated for 2 weeks, to we dated for this, He just lied and lied and lied and lied because he's a player and he needed to keep all these women in his life, so he has to tell us all, and a different story. And I don't want to give him credit saying that he's got all these women, but, you could have 2 women and be a player. And it's all based on lies. And, they say, hate the game, not the player. Well, I know the score now. So when I text him, he's a player. So when I text him things, it'll really just be for me. I'm not trying to initiate a conversation. I'm not trying to open up the lines of communication again. That's done for me. I don't want this person in my life. I think back to when he was in my life, and it was the worst 6 months of my life. And it was boring. I was numb. I was rejected. It was pointless. I can't say enough negative things about it, and I'm happy that he's out of my life. But I'm happy that he's out of my life, period. I also know that the freedom that he feels to probably text me is my fault. So I take responsibility for that, and it will not happen again. And I hope that he will not text me again, because I was very, very short and to the point with him. I do think this is happening for views with Trisha. But if it's not, I definitely hope that all you viewers out there that view her, tell her about this video. Because I even went on her video with him and told her, you need to get him out of your life. He's toxic. I think his timing is, oh, but wait a minute, he was back in May. Okay. Trisha, he wants what you have. Okay, you are a self-made YouTube star, and you have many, many albums and many, many books, and I don't know him from anybody. I don't think he's at any, he has not had the success that you've had. And I can tell you from going through this, with, hanging out with guys that don't have my level of success, they hang around you hoping that it will rub off on them. It is not about they care about you. They like who they are when they're around you. So if you really think that he cares, I would strongly suggest to you that he does not. And with that said, I hope you and me can move on forever and never have to face these demons again with these guys. So I'm going to post this. I love you guys, and hi Villa Vallo, and love you. Bye.